Creating tension in the organization is essential to getting the organization to move in any direction. Organizations, Isaac Newton had a couple of laws that a body at rest tends to stay at rest, and a body in motion tends to stay in motion. And that inertia, organizations are the same way. Organizations that are happy and satisfied with their current results are doing things the same way. They have inertia. They're not going to move and change unless something pushes them to change. And it's good to be dissatisfied. There's two components of this. One is to be dissatisfied with the current state of affairs, and the other is to have actually a vision or a compelling directive, as one CEO in our study called it, to move the organization towards. And those two things actually work together. If you're dissatisfied, you know you don't like the current state, but you don't know what direction to go. And so that's the burning bridge that other change, leading change people talk about. But if you're dissatisfied, that's pushing the organization. If you have a vision or a compelling directive for the future, that's pulling the organization in a certain direction. So those two together act to move the organization. And the practical way that was done by the CEOs in our study was they created a compelling, rich vision to pull the organization, which defined the desired reality. And then they had a very comprehensive scorecard and assessment system to measure the current reality. And the difference between the desired reality and the current reality created the tension for the organization to move forward. And the key during the journey was to continually raise the bar, because as soon as the organization started improving and moving, the tension became less. So you always had to keep moving the compelling vision out and keep raising the bar, setting a new goal as the journey went on. And if you ever stop doing that, the problem is entropy takes over and the organization then declines. So it's a never-ending process of keep maintaining that tension and moving the organization forward. So even though you're creating this tension in the organization, people still resist change. And one CEO in our study, after he'd done all the coaching and all the convincing and involving them in the solution, if they still were resisting change, he would simply ask them, let's try this for a year. If it doesn't work, we'll go back to what's not working now.